of Mount Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, this is my story.
Pangalan yang mereka buat penampilan dari 8A.
Also, Suta like to take a walk after doing his chores. One day when Suta was walking down a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So Suta hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found a girl dead. He was king's daughter. He was in danger. There was a giant snake would attack her. So Suta took my life, said the princess. No need for that, princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you. Suta replied. Would you be my friend, Suta? Because I don't have any friend. The princess asked. Of course, my princess. I will be your friend and will take care of you. Suta assured. My signs that Suta and the princess become a good friend. They even fall in love with each other. So the princess asked Suta to go to her father and ask his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about the plan. The king was curious to hear about that, so asked the princess to meet him. I love you, daughter. I have already known about your plan. Suta is just a servant. While you are my daughter, princess, it is as unacceptable for you marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he so also love me. You know, he is the one who loved me out there, the princess said. No, you will not marry him. I will not allow that thing happen, the king said. The princess what said to her father answered. Expectantly. After her father takes Suta into the jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to break Suta out of jail. They set and ran far away for the kingdom. They stepped near the river. They got married and started a family. The place where Suta and princess raised their family was called Batu. Batu means seven, while Raden means noble. Nowadays, Batu is very interesting tourist spot. It's located the foothill of Mount Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that's my story. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Untuk peserta selanjutnya dari kelas 9H. Untuk para peserta dimohon untuk menyebutkan nama dan kelasnya masing-masing sebelum menceritakan. Kelas 9H. Fauzi Davin Setiono.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nama saya Satria Rasya Andika dari kelas 9H. Today I will tell you about the legends of Batu Raden. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in Central Java. The king of the kingdom was kind and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had a great horse that he even asked a servant named Suta to take care of them. Suta was a good servant. He did a great duty for the king's horse. His duty was to look after the king's horse, the food, and clean them. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day, when Suta was walking near a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So Suta hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found her there. She was the king's daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake who attacked her. So Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on its head. The snake was fallen down in pain and finally died. Thank you, Suta. You saved my life, the princess. No need for that, princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you, Suta replied. Would you be my friend, Suta? Because I don't have any friend, Princess asked. Of course, my princess, I will be your friend. Since that day, Suta and the princess become a good friend. They even fall in love with each other. So the princess told Suta to go to her father and ask his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about their plan. The king was furious to hear about that, so he asked two princes to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already known about your plan. Suta is just a servant, while you are my daughter, the princess. It is unacceptable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he is the one who helped me out there, the princess said. No, she will not marry him. I will not allow that things happen, the king said. The princess was sad to hear her father eating to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to bring Suta out of jail. They succeeded and ran far away from the kingdom. They reached near the river. There they got married and started a family. The place where Suta and Princess raised their family was called Batu Raden. Batu means servant while Raden means noble. Nowadays, Batu Raden is a very interesting tourism spot. It's located at the foothill of Mount Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that's my story.
Baik. Selanjutnya dari kelas 8C. Silakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Runita Saputri. Saya perwakilan dari kelas 8C. Today I will tell you about the legend of Batu Raden. Once upon a time there was a peaceful kingdom in Central Java. The king of the kingdom was king and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had great horses that he even exceeded a servant named Suta took care of them. Suta was a good servant. He did a great duty for king horses. His duty was to look after the king's horses, give them food, cleaning time. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his courses. One day when Suta was walking near a lake after doing his courses, he heard a woman screaming, so Suta hurried to find two sports of them scream. Finally, he found a field where she was his doctor. She was in danger. There was a king snake would attack her. So Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on its head. The snake was fallen down in pain and finally dead. Thank you, Suta. You saved my life, said the princess. No need for the princess. It's my duty as your father, servant to follow, Suta replied. Won't you be my friend, Suta? Because I don't have any friend, the princess asked. Of course, my princess, I will try, Suta, and the princess became good friends. They even fallen in love with each other. So the princess told Suta to go to her father and accept his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about their plan. The king was furious to her about that he accepted the princess to marry him. My love doctor, I have already known about your plan. Suta is just a servant while you are my doctor, princess. It is unique stable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him and he also loves me. You know, he is the one who helped me out there, the princess said. No, you will not marry him. I will not allow that things happen, the king said. The princess said to her dear father answered, especially after her father gets Suta into the jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess mother and planned to break Suta out of jail. They success and run far away for the kingdom. They rested near the river that they could marry and start a family. The place where Suta and the princess reside their family was Grand Paturate. Patur means servant, while Rajan means noble nowadays. Patur is very interesting tourism spot. Its location at the foothills of Mount Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that is my story. Thank you.
Tepuk tangan yang meriah buat Bapak Cek. Selanjutnya penampilan dari kelas 9F. Mana tepuk tangannya?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Perkenalkan, saya Farhan dari kelas 9F. Today, I will tell you about the legend of Batraden. Suta was a good servant. He did a great duty for King Horse and the king appreciated his great duty. Suta liked to take a walk after buying his horse the relay for a while. One day, when Suta was walking near a lake after going his horse, heard a woman screaming. So, Suta ran to find the source of the scream. Thank you, Suta. You saved my life. No, never forget princess. Always take care of you. Since that day, Suta and the princess become good friends. So the princess told Suta go to her father and asked his permission to marry her. The king was curious to hear about that, so he asked the princess to him. Suta, as just a servant, will you are my daughter, the princess. You know he is the one who helped me out there. The princess said. The princess was sad to hear her father's answer, especially after her father heard Suta in jail for having the nerve to ask the princess to marry him. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to bring Suta out of jail. The place where Suta and the princess rested, the family was called Batraden. This is my story. Thank you.
Tepuk tangan meriah buat 9F. Selanjutnya Selanjutnya kita akan lihat penampilan dari kelas 8F. Mana suaranya?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nandira Nisa Mahia. You can call me Aya, and I'm from class 8F. Today, I will tell you a story about the legend of Batu Raden. Once upon a time, there lived a peaceful kingdom in South Java. There lived a kind king and a beautiful princess. The king had a servant too named Sita that took care of the king's horses. One day, after Sita finished his chores, he took a small walk and heard a girl screaming. He tried to find the source of the voice and found a snake that was going to attack the girl. So, Sita took a stick and used the stick to hit the snake. The snake slowly died after it got hit. The girl, that was the princess, thanked Sita. Thank you so much for saving my life. I'm glad you were there to save me. No worries, princess, since it's my duty as a servant to help the king's daughter, answered Sita. If it's alright, would you be my friend, Sita? Because I don't have any friends, said by the princess. Of course it's alright, princess. I will be your friend and take care of you. After days, nights, and they've been through, as good friends, they slowly fall in love with each other as time passes. The princess told the servant to go and ask her father for a marriage permission to marry her. Sadly, the king already heard about the plan and asked the princess to meet him. My dear daughter, I have already known about your plan. You cannot marry Sita. Sita is just a servant, while you are a princess. But I love him, and he loves me. Please save me and stay by my side. No, I won't let that happen. I will not allow you to marry a mere servant, furiously said by the king. The princess was saddened after hearing her father's answer, especially after her father threw Sita in jail. The princess planned to free him from jail and succeeded on doing that. They escaped from the castle, got married, and started a family girl. The river now is named Batu Raden. Batu means servant, while Raden means noble. Batu Raden is located at the foothill of Mount Sumakado, Central Java. Batu Raden is a really popular tourist spot nowadays.
Tepuk tangan untuk kelas 8F. Peserta selanjutnya kelas 7C. 7C. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, my respected teachers, judges, and all my I am Zezan Tunaptananda Maulida from 7th grade who would like to tell you a great story of the legend of Batu Raden. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in Central Java. The king of the kingdom was kind, and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had great horses that he even asked a servant, named Sita, to take care of them. Sita was a good servant. He did a great duty for king's horses. His duty was to he even asked a servant, named Sita, to take care of them. Sita was a good servant. He did a great duty for king's horses. His duty was to look after the king's horses, kept them good, and cleaned them. Sita liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day, when Sita was walking near a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So, Sita hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found a girl there. She was king's daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake would attack her. So, Sita took a big stick and hit the snake on its neck. The snake was falling down in pain and finally dead. Thank you, Suta. You saved my life. No need for that, my princess. It is my duty. Ask your father's servant to help me. Would you be my friend, Suta? Because I don't have any friend. Of course, my princess, I will be your friend, and I will take care of you. Since today, Suta and the princess become good friends. They even falling in love with each other. So, the princess called Suta to her father and asked his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about this plan. The king was curious to hear about that, so he asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already know about your plan. Suta is the servant, while you are my daughter. The princess, it is unacceptable for you to marry a servant. But I love you, and he loves me too, you know? He is the one who helped me out there. No, you will not marry him. I will not allow that things happen. The princess was sad to hear her father answers, especially after her father threw Suta into the jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. She sat and ran far away from the kingdom. They rested near the river. There, they got married and started a family. The place where Suta and the princess raised, their family was called Patranatic. Pater means servant, while Raden means noble. Nowadays, Patranatic is very interesting tourist spot. It is located at the foothills of Mount Slamet in tropical central Java. That's all for me. I hope you enjoyed my story. Thank you. Bye.
Beri tepuk tangan untuk kelas 7. Peserta selanjutnya yaitu kelas 8B.
Terima kasih. Ayo,
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Princess Manawa Nikoleta. I from the 8th grade. Religion of Patriotism. Good morning, friends. Today I will tell you about religion of patriotism. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful delegation of the king of the kingdom was king and queen of the beautiful family. The king also had a friend, that he advocated was sleeping. When Sita took care of them, Sita was a good servant. He did a great duty for his houses. His duty was to look after the king's houses. Just in the training camp, Sita left to take over after doing his job. One day, when Sita was making money away after doing his job, he heard a woman screaming. So, Sita managed to frame the sound of the scream. Finally, he found a girl there. She was King's daughter. She was in jail. There was a glass not there to take her. So, Sita took a big stick and made the snake on its name. The snake was falling down in pain and finally died. Thank you, Sita. You saved my life. Said the princess. My name for that princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you. Sita replied. Will you be my friend, Sita? Because I don't have any friends. The princess asked.
Of course, my princess, I will be your friend and always take care of you. Sita answered. Since that day, Sita and the princess become good friends. They often falling in love with each other. So the princess tells Sita to go to his father and ask his permission to marry him. But the king had already heard about their plans. The king was promised to her about that so asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already known about your plan. Suga is just a servant while you are my daughter, the princess. It is unacceptable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he is the one who helped me out there. The princess says, no, you will not marry him. I will not allow such things happen. The king said. The princess was sad to hear her father's answer, especially after her father brought Sita into jail. In jail, Sita was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to bring Sita out of jail. They succeeded in a run for a life through the kingdom. They reached near the river. There they got married and started a family. The place where Sita and the princess raised their family was called Bethlehem. Bathroom and servant will reading men's novel. Nowadays, Bethlehem is very interesting tourist spot. It's like a tale of the father of Mount Sinai in 40,000 Rajah. After its mascot.
Ya, beri tepuk tangan untuk penampilan drama-nya. Baik, peserta selanjutnya dari kelas 9B. Mana suaranya 9B?
Good morning, friends. My name is Peter Lelandry. I will tell you about the legend of Peter. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Japan. The king of the kingdom was kind and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had great horses, but he even asked a servant named Sota to take care of them. Sota was a good servant, but a good duty for king's horses. His duty was to look after the king's horses, give them food, clean them. Sota liked to take a walk after wearing his clothes. One day, when Sota was walking near a lake after wearing his clothes, he heard a woman screaming. So Sota hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found woman. He found a girl. She was king's daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake who attacked her. So she found a big stick and the snake on the big snake. The snake was falling down in pain and finally died. Thank you, Sita. You saved my life, said the princess. Now I will forget, princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you. Will you be my friend, Sita? Because I don't have any friend. The princess asked. Of course, my princess. The king had already heard about their plan. The king was curious to hear about that, so he asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already known about your plan. Why is just a servant while you are my daughter, the princess? It is unacceptable for you to marry a servant. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he is the one who helped me out the princess said. No, you will not marry him. I will not allow that mishappen. The king said.
The prince was sad to hear her father's answer, especially after her father threw Suta into jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to break Suta out of jail, the success, and run away from the kingdom. They resided near the river. There they got married and started a family. The place where Suta and the princess raised their family is called Batu. Batu means servant, while Batu means leader. Nowadays, Batu is very interesting tourist spot. It's located at the foot of Mount Sulam in 2020. Okay, that's my story. Thank you.
Beri tepuk tangan untuk penampilan dari 9B. Selanjutnya, peserta selanjutnya dari kelas 9E. Bagaimana suaranya 9E? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, friends. Today I will tell you about the legend of Baturan. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Java. The king of the kingdom was a kind and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had a great horse that he even asked a servant named Suta to take care of. Suta was a good servant. He had a great duty for king horse. His duty was to look after king horse, give him food, clean him. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day, when Suta was walking near a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So, Suta hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found a girl there. She was the king's daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake that attacked her. So, Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on its head. The snake was fallen down in pain and finally died. Thank you, Suta. You saved my life, said Princess. No need for that, princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you, Suta. Won't you be my friend, Suta? Because I don't have any friend, the princess asked. Of course, my princess, I will be your friend and always take care of you, Suta answered. Since that day, Suta and the princess become a good friend. They even fall in love with each other. So the princess told Suta to go to her father and ask his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about their plan. The king was furious about that. So I asked the princess to meet me. My lovely daughter, I have already known about your plan. Should I just servant while you are my daughter? The princess, it's unacceptable for you to marry as your servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he's the one who helped me out there, the princess. No, you will not marry him. I will not marry, although the king said. The king said. The princess was sad to hear her father answer, especially after her father threw Suda into jail. In jail, Suda was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to break Suda out of the jail. They succeeded and ran away from the kingdom. There is near the river. They got married and started a family. The place where Suta and the princess raised their family was called Baturan. Batur means servant, while Raden means noble. Nowadays, Baturan is very interesting tourist spot. It's located at the foothill of Mount Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that is my story. Thank you. Beri tepuk tangan untuk penampilan dari 9E. Peserta selanjutnya dari kelas 7G. Mana suaranya 7G?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Huruf Abdullah Ismail dari kelas 7B. Good afternoon, friends. Today I will tell you about the legend of Baturan. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Java. The king of the kingdom was kind and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also Suta was a good servant. He did a great duty for King's horse. Suti was to look after the king's horse. Give them food, clean it up. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day, when Suta was walking near the lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So Suta hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found a girl there. She was his daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake would attack her. So Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on its head. The snake was falling down in pain and finally died. Thank you, Suta. You have saved my life, said the princess. No need for that, princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you, Suta replied. Won't you be my friend, Suta? Because I don't have any friend, the princess asked. Of course, my princess. I will be your friend and always take care of you, Suta answered. Since that day, Suta and the princess became good friends. They even fallen in love with each other. The princess told Suta to go to her father's and ask his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about their plan. The king was furious to hear about that, so he asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already know about your plan. Suta is just a servant girl, while you are my daughter, the princess. It is unacceptable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know he is the one who helped me out there, the princess said. No, you will not marry him, but I will not allow that things happen, the king said. The princess was sent to her father's and court, especially after her father threw Suta into the jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. During a fortnight, the princess made a plan to bring Suta out of jail. They success and randomly the kingdom there is that near the river there she could marry and started a family. The place where Suta and the princess raised their family was called Baturage. Batur means servant, Raja means noble. Nowadays, Baturage is very interesting tourist spot. It's located at the foothills of Mount Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that's my story. Thank you.
Mari tepuk tangan untuk kelas 7G. Oke, selanjutnya kelas 8D. 8D mana suaranya? 8D.
Hello everyone, my name is Nalito from HD and today I will tell you about the legend of Baturade. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Java. The king of the kingdom was kind and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had a creature that he even asked a servant named Suta to take care of it. Suta was a good servant. He did a great duty for King Horse. His duty was to look after the King Horse, give them food, clean them. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day, when Suta walking near a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So Suta hurried to find source of the scream. Finally, he found the actor there. She was the king's daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake was attack her. So Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on his head. Snake was falling down in pain and finally dead. No needed for that. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you. Good. Will you be my babysitter? Because I don't have any blame. The princess asked. Of course, my princess, I will be your friend and always take care of you. Suta answered. Since that day, Suta and the prince become a good friend. They even fall in love with each other. So the princess told to Suta to go further and asked him permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about their plan. The king was furious to hear about that he asked to the princess to meet him. My love Suta, I was already know about your friend. Suta is a servant when you are my daughter. The prince, it is unacceptable to you marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he's the one who looked me out there. The princess said, no, I will not marry him. I will not allow that thing happen. The king said. The princess was sad, sincere about the answer, especially after her father threw Suta into the jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to bring Suta out of jail. They got excited and ran away from the kingdom. They rested near the river. There they got married and started a family. The place where Suta and the prince raised their family was called Baturatan. Batur means servant, where Baturatan means noble. Okay. Baturatan is very interesting tourist spot. It's located at the foothills mount of the Slamet in Purwokerto in Central Java. Okay, that's my story. Thank you.
Mana tepuk tangannya untuk kelas 8B. Oke, selanjutnya kelas 7B. Mana tepuk tangannya dari kelas 7B.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will tell you about the legend of Baturatan. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Java. The king of the kingdom was king and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had great horses that he given as the servant. Named Suda to take care of them. Suda was a good servant, making a great daddy for king's house. His daddy was to look after the king's house, give them food, clean them. Suda liked to take a walk after doing his course. One day, when Suda was walking near the lake after doing his course, he heard a woman scream. So Suda hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found the truth that she was king's daughter. She was in danger because the giant snake would attack her. So Suda took a big stick and hit the snake on its head. The snake was falling down in pain and finally dead. Thank you, Suda. You saved my life, said the princess. No need for that, princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you, Suda replied. Will you be my friend, Suda? Because I don't have any friend, the princess asked. Of course, my princess, I will be your friend and always take care of you, Suda answered. Since that day, Suda and the princess become good friends. They even fell in love each other. So the princess told Suda to go to her father and asked his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about the plan. The king was furious to hear about so he asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already known about your plan. Suda is just a servant girl, you are my daughter, the princess. It's acceptable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, it is the one who helped me out, the princess said. No, you will not marry him. I will not allow that thing to happen, the king said. The princess was surprised from the princess, especially after her father told Suda to get the jail. In jail, Suda was not given anything but part or about that, the princess mother applied the Suda of the jail. They success and run forward where Suda and the princess raised their family was called Baturatan. Batur means servant while Rajan means noble. Nowadays, Baturatan is very eastern town and state. It's located at the foothill of Mount Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that is my story. Thank you.
Mana tepuk tangannya untuk kelas 7B. Oke, selanjutnya kelas 8B. Tepuk tangan dulu dong, kelas 8B.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, friend. Today I will tell you about the legend of Batu Raden. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Java. The king of the kingdom was kind and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had great horses that he even asked a servant named Suta to take care of them. Suta was a good servant. He did a great duty for king horses. His duty was to look after the king horses, give them food, clean them. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day when Suta was walking near a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming, so Suta hurried to find the sources of the scream. Finally, he found a girl there, and she was king's daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake who would attack her. So Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on its head. The snake was falling down in pain and finally dead. Thank you, Suta. You've saved my life, said the princess. No need for that, princess. It's my duty for your father's servant to help you, Suta replied. Would you be my friend? Because I don't have any friend, the princess asked. Of course, my friend. I will be your friend. I will be your friend. Take care of you, Suta answered. Since that day, Suta and the princess become good friends. They even fall in love with each other. So the princess told Suta to go to her father and ask his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about their plan. The king was curious to hear about that, so he asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already known about your plan. Suta is just a servant while you are my daughter. The princess, it is unacceptable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he is the one who helped me out there, the princess said. No, you will not marry him. I will not allow that thing happen, the king said. Through Suta into the jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to break Suta out of jail. They success and ran far away for the kingdom. They rested near the river. There they got married and started a family. The best where Suta and the princess raised their family was called Baduraden. Badur means servant, while Raden means noble. Nowadays, Baduraden is very interesting tourism spot. It's located at the foothill at Mountain Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that is my story. Thank you.
Ayo beri tepuk tangan buat kelas 8B. Peserta selanjutnya dari kelas 9B. Ayo beri tepuk tangan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Larasati Zerwadeslinti. I'm from grade 9B. Today, I will tell you about the legend of Batu Raden. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in Central Java. The king of the kingdom was kind and he had a beautiful daughter. The king also had great horses that he even asked a servant named Suta to take care of them. Suta was a good servant. He did a great duty for king's horses. His duty was to look after the king's horses, give them food and clean them. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day, when Suta was walking near a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So, Suta hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found a girl there. She was king's daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake who would attack her. So, Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on his head. The snake was falling down in pain and finally died. Thank you, Suta, you saved my life, said the princess. No need for that, princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you, Suta replied. Would you be my friend, Suta? Because I don't have any friend, the princess asked. Of course, my princess, I will be your friend and always take care of you, Suta answered. Since that day, Suta and the princess become good friends. They even falling in love with each other. So, the princess told Suta to go to her father and ask his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about their plan. The king was curious to hear about that, so he asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already know about your plan. Suta is just a servant while you are my daughter. The princess. It is unacceptable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he is the one who helped me out there, the princess said. No, you will not marry him. I will not allow that to happen, the king said. The princess was sad to hear her father's answer, especially after her father threw Suta into the jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to get Suta out of jail. They success and ran away for the kingdom. They rested near the river. There, they got married and started a family. The place where Suta and the princess raised their family was called Baturadian. Batu means servant, while Radian means noble. Nowadays, Baturadian is a very interesting tourism spot. It's located at the foothill of Mount Hamad in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that is my story. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Beri tepuk tangan untuk kelas 9B. Peserta selanjutnya dari kelas kelas 7H.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am from class 7H. I will tell you a story entitled The Legend of Batu. Good morning, friends. Today I will tell you about the legend of Batu. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in Central Java. The king of the kingdom was king. He had a beautiful daughter. The king also had good horse. He even asked a servant to take care of them. Suta, who was the servant, had recruited him for the king's horse. His duty was to wait after the king's horse gave him food cleaning. Suta liked to take the wool after drying his horse. One day, when Suta was walking there a lake after drying his horse, he heard a woman screaming. So, Suta hurried to feel the source of the scream. Finally, given a girl turns she was in border, she was in danger, this was a giant snake will take her. So, Suta took a blue stick and hit the snake on his head. The snake was falling down in pain and finally died. Thank you, Suta, you saved my life, said the princess. No needed, for that princess is my daddy as your father's servant to help you, Suta replied. Will you be my friend, Suta, because I don't have any friends? Of course, my princess, I will be your friend and always take care of you, Suta answered. Since that time, Suta and the princess became good friends, that even fallen in love each other. So, the princess told Suta to go to her brother and ask him permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about her plan. The king was furious to hear about us and he asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I have already known about your plan. Suta is just a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he is the one who will help me out there. The princess said, No, you will not marry him. I will not allow the king's heaven. The king said, First, I needed the child. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to bring Suta out of the jail, purchase it, and run her away to kingdom. They rested near the river, they got married and started families. The place where Suta and the princess raised, their family was called Raden. Batu means servant, while Raden means noble. Note, Baturadian is very interesting tourist spot and located at the foothill of Mount Hamad in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that's my story. Thank you.
Tepuk tangan untuk penampilan dari kelas 7H. Selanjutnya kita tampilkan dari kelas 9C. Mana suaranya?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi everybody. First, please let me introduce myself. My name is Maharaya Sofiran Indra and I'm from grade 9C. Today, I will tell you about the legend of Baturade. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Java. The king of the kingdom was kind and had a beautiful daughter. But he also had great horses that he even asked a servant named Suta to take care of them. Suta was a good servant. He did a good duty for king's horses. His duty was to look after the king's horses, give them food, and clean them. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day, when Suta was walking near a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So Suta hurried to find the source of the scream. Finally, he found a girl there. She was king's daughter. She was in danger. There was a giant snake who would attack her. So Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on his head. The snake was fallen down in pain and finally died. Thank you, Suta. You saved my life, said the princess. No need for that, princess. It's my duty as your father's servant to help you, Suta replied. Would you be my friend, Suta? Because I don't have any friend. Of course, my princess. I will be your friend and always take care of you, Suta answered. Since that day, Suta and the princess become good friends. They even fall in love with each other. So Princess told Suta to go to her father and ask him permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about their plan. The king was curious to hear about that, so he asked the princess to meet him. My lovely daughter, I already know about your plan. Suta is the servant. Well, you are my daughter, the princess. It is unacceptable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me. You know, he is the one who helped me up there, the princess said. No, you will not marry him. I will not allow that things happen, the king said. The princess was sad to hear her father's answer, especially after her father threw Suta into jail. In jail, Suta was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to break Suta out of jail. They succeed and run far away for the kingdom. They rested near the river. There, they got married and start a family. The place where Suta and the princess raised the family was called Baturaden. Batur means servant, while Raden means noble. Nowadays, Baturaden is very interesting tourist spot. It's located at the foothill of Mount Slamet in Purwokerto, Central Java. Okay, that is my story. And please forgive me if I made a mistake in my grammar and my pronunciation, because I'm still learning, right? Thank you for listening my
Beri tepuk tangannya untuk saya dari 9C. Peserta selanjutnya dari kelas 9D. 9D.
Hello everybody. Greetings. My name is Wahyu. I'm from 9G grade, and today I'm going to tell you a story. The legend of Baturade. Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Java. The king was kind and he had a very beautiful daughter. The king also had great horses that he even asked a servant named Suta to take care of them. Suta was a good servant. He did a great duty for king's horses. Suta liked to take a walk after doing his chores. One day, when Suta was walking near lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman screaming. So Suta hurried to find of the scream source. Finally, he found a girl there. She was a king's daughter. She was in. There was a giant snake who would attack her. So Suta took a big stick and hit the snake on his head. The snake was fallen down in pain and finally died. Since that day, Suta and the princess became good friends. They even fallen in love with each other. So the princess told Suta to go to her father and ask his permission to marry her. But the king had already heard about the plan. The king was furious to hear about that, so he asked the prince to meet him. Yes. My lovely daughter, I have already known about your plan. Sura it is just a servant, while you are my daughter, the princess. It is unacceptable for you to marry a servant, said the king. But I love him, and he also loves me too. You know, he's the one who helped me out there, the princess said. No, you will not marry. I will not allow that things happen, the king said. The princess was so sad to hear her father answer, especially after her father threw it into the jail. In jail, Sultan was not given anything to eat or drink. Hearing about that, the princess made a plan to bring Sultan out of jail. They successfully run away for the kingdom. They rest near the river. There they got married and started a family. The place of the Sultan and princess raised their family was called Baturaden. Batur means servant and Raden means noble. Nowadays, Baturaden is very interesting tourism spot. Thank you very much.
Ya, beri tepuk tangan untuk kelas 9G. Penampilan selanjutnya dari kelas 8E. Mana suaranya 8E? Yang meriah. Nah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Akayone Kurani from class 8A. Today I will tell you about the legend of Baturaden. And during a time, there was a peaceful kingdom in central Java. The king of the kingdom was king, and he named a beautiful girl. The king also had 3 horses that they even escaped out seven. The men Suka to take care of them. Suka is a good servant. They did a great duty for king's horses. With empty was followed also in king's horses. Gave them food, cleaning, and she will lead after doing this process. One day when Suta was walking near a lake after doing his chores, he heard a woman singing. So Suta, who went to feed the soul, was